Date number 2, sir. Got me messed up. You got me messed up. Got me so messed up. Got me so messed up. Okay, I'm gonna calm down. Y'all, first of all, my name is Alicia. I go by Lee Stylez, Alicia. Basically anything, as long as you don't call me out my name, because if you call me out my name, I'm gonna have to poke you in the eye. If this is your first time being here, I'm so sorry. I apologize in advance that this video is so ratchet. My bad, I'm sorry. You are returning. What's up? You know what it is. Y'all, I was supposed to be on date number 2 tonight. And I just want to apologize because this video is very ratchet. I'm a little irritated. And yeah, I'm a little frustrated right now. So, to make a long story short, because I'm just real over it, I got my mimosa, and I just want to drink my mimosa and watch something on Netflix. Wait, I need this actually. Alright, I was supposed to be on date number 2 tonight. But this man of God, canceled because I did not want to go back to his house after the date. Yeah. Now, this is my issue. I met him. I did not meet him on Tinder. I met him at the Safe Room, which is this little bar in Birmingham. I met him in December 13th to be exact, okay? So when I met him the next day, he texted me and said, "This is so-and-so." And I said, "Oh, hi, so-and-so. I apologize if I said things out the way last night. I was a little lit." And I didn't hear anything else from him, which is fine, cool. Last night, I received this call from this number I did not recognize and did not have saved. So I answered, and I'm like, "Hello?" And he's like, "Hey, Alicia." Yeah, he sounds just like that. "Hey, Alicia." And I'm like, "Hi, who is this?" He like, "Oh, this so-and-so. I met you at the Safe Room." I'm like, "Oh." I'm like, "I texted you and you didn't text me back." He like, "Oh, no, I see. You know, I work out of town, you know, and my secretary," this is how he talk, "my secretary had my phone." I was like, okay. Now, pause. When I say, I don't believe you. Instead of me saying, "Boy, you lying, stop lying," I'll just say, So I'm like, And he like, yeah, I ain't have my phone, but I'm back in Alabama, so what's up?" I'm like, "Okay, whatever, what's up?" He like, what you got planned tonight?" I'm like, just catching up some TV shows. Gonna catch up on some TV shows. And I just put dinner in the oven. Strike number 1. He said, "Oh, where's my plate?" He said, I didn't make you any dinner for 1 tonight." "Oh, well, how about," then he said, "well, how about I get some wine and bring it over and we can chill and talk." Strike number 2, "Sir, you're not coming over here. First of all, I don't even know you." I'm like, "I don't know you." He like, "Well, what you need to know, you can ask me anything. I'll tell you anything. I'm an open book." I'm like, that's not how that works. I can't think of no questions that I can ask you where I can know you and be okay with you coming over here. I'm like, "But what you can do, you can plan a date tomorrow. I'm available and we can go from there." He like, all right, cool. So the conversation was okay, but then the more that he started to talk, I started to realize that he was very immature. So I'm like, "How old are you?" He like, "Oh, I'm 25. I'm like, "Okay." Then he started talking about like how he a boss and how he got so much money. He a contractor, he got this, he got that, he got this. And I'm just like, that's good. Now, if you know me, you know that that's not one of my main attractions. I don't really too much care about what you have. My main thing is like, what do your traits look like? Do you have integrity? What is your mindset like? Like, those are the things that I'm attracted to, not what you have. So I was already kind of turned off. The conversation proceeds. Then out of nowhere, he tells me, he like, you know, I always talk to older women. You know, I had this one bitch. I'm like, this one what? This one bitch. I said, can we, you know, the language. Can we call a woman a lady? I'll even take female. He was like, all right, I had this one year. I'm like, all right, cool. Talking about how this woman was knocking on, this 35-year-old woman was knocking on his window because she wanted what he had, and she couldn't get enough of him, and he know he a beast. It was just a lot. So I said, okay, well, let me just continue the conversation because I'm trying to do better with not cutting people off so quickly. Because if you know me, it ain't nothing. How can I say this without sounding, if you know, I have a very low tolerance for foolishness. Like, I like to play a lot. I like to clown around. I like to have fun. But my tolerance for people is very low. Like, low. Oh. It's low. It's down there, okay? I tried to, you know, toughen it out. So we finished the conversation. And by the end of the night, by the time we got off the phone, the conversation only lasted like 35, 40 minutes. He was funny. He made me laugh. I was like, okay, he's an idiot. All right, cool. He's an idiot. He's a jokester. He likes to joke. I can get along with that. He played too much, play more than me. So I already knew that kind of X'd him out of him being a romantic partner for me. I had already made up in my mind that when I go on this date tomorrow, I was going to pay for my food, was going to ha-ha, he-he, clown around, and we was going to dip. I was going to dip and go on home. Got off the phone with him. Oh, he also was calling his mama a freak. He was just a lot. It was really a lot. Just immature, childish, just a lot. So today comes, this morning, I text him, read the text. That's what the text said. Okay. He called me like around 5:30 and he's like, hey, what's up? I'm like, hey, you know, what's going on? How was your day? Blah, 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 whatever. I said, okay, so what's the plan? I get off in an hour. What are we doing? What do I need to meet you? How do I need to dress? What's going on? He's like, oh, okay, well, we're going to McDonald's. I'm like, okay. He's like, I'm just playing. We're going to Popeyes. Okay, I'm just playing. What we're going to do, this the plan, this the plan. He's like, this the whoop. I'm like, the what? The whoop. I'm like, all right. He's like, we're going to go eat. I got reservations at East West, and then it's a liquor store up the street, and we're going to get some liquor and come back to my house. I'm like, sir, I told you last night that I was not coming to your house. He like, oh, well, we can just go to your house. I'm like, sir. I don't know another way that I can tell you that I'm not coming to your house and you're not coming to my house. That is not going to happen. It's a no. He like, oh, well, I guess we won't be eating then. I said, I guess we won't. I guess we won't. I said, I said, you know what? I'm about to say don't worry about it because I don't have time to play these games with you. Like, if you're upset with me because I won't come to your house, then so be it. So then we low-key got into a small argument because then he just started talking reckless. And I'm like, sir, I don't know who you are used to dealing with and what women you are used to dealing and talking with, but this ain't the one. Not me. So he's like, I guess you won't eat tonight. I said, sir, I know how to cook, and if I want to take myself out to eat, guess what I'm going to do? going to do. I'm going to do that. I'm going to take myself out. So I don't need you to provide a meal for me. I don't need you for that. Okay, let's get that straight. And I hate to be like that. I really hate to show men that side of me because I try to be more feminine and soft and like, oh, can you do this? I need you to do this. But when you start talking to me like that, then I have to... Sir, whether you would have called me or not, I was gonna eat regardless tonight. Like, I don't need East West to provide me a meal tonight, because I can just go in the kitchen myself and cook. I do this. We do this. Y'all, after that small argument, I realized, I said, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. He's disturbing my peace. He's making me upset. I have to go. I was like, you know what? Hey, I'm still at work. I gotta go. Then he calls me back. This is the times he's called me. Then this is the text message. Take a look. So at this point, I'm like, I'm good. Oh, he also told me before we got off the phone, what you won't do, somebody else will. I'm like, you're absolutely correct. I don't stress. He told me, I don't stress about that. I'm the last one to stress about. Okay. That's very good. I'm so glad you have coping skills to deal with your stress. That is amazing. That's great. Hold on, because I feel my emotions getting back high. Date number 2, sir. Never again. Anybody that's under the age of 28, I can't do it. And I'm also not going to accept every date. At first, I was going to do that. I'm not doing that. If we have a phone conversation, any type of conversation, and you're getting on my nerves prior to, I'm not going anywhere with you. Because my nerves too bad. My nerves too bad. That was date number 2. It was horrible. We didn't even call it a date. Like, sir. Y'all. I just don't understand. I don't get it. Maybe it's not meant for me to understand, but I really don't get it. This boy had me so messed up. And they had the nerve to tell me, I don't stress about that. What you won't do, somebody else will. But you're blowing up my phone, but you're texting me repeatedly. You're blowing up my phone and texting me repeatedly. But you're not stressing and worrying about nothing. You're not. So why are you doing all of that? I also, disclaimer, I said, well, you know what, I forgot to tell y'all this, P.S. I said, well, I'm going to call East West myself and cancel the reservation. I called, yeah, I went no reservation. His line behind. I don't have time. So, I have a possible date. And I've been communicating with this dude for like a month. And he's 32. He's 32, yeah. And he seemed pretty straight. We're supposed to go out this weekend. So we'll see how date number 3 go. Date number 3 goes. And I will update you all. So... yeah, I'll see you all in my next video.